What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Kalesborough. So, today, this is episode 16. We are going to be addressing Kalesborough's housing issue. So, if you look around Kalesborough, you'll notice here we've got a bunch of crappy houses, right? Like standard run of the mill rental houses, hood houses, things like that. you know. Over here, same thing. Standard run of the mill, run down old, American Midwest housing. Same thing over here. This strip here, we have a bunch of high class, very old homes, like extremely old homes that are just custom built, basically like mansions in city. And they're going to be really freaking awesome, right? So those are for the people who have a lot of money. Over here, we have Grove Street and Park Avenue. And obviously, Grove Street is based off of a real video game, GTA San Andreas. So, a bunch of crime goes down here. So, obviously, this is more of like the ghetto. Same thing over there, run of the mill housing, blah, blah, blah. You get it. All of it's pretty much the same, except for the high class area over here. If we come over here, this is going to be the rich neighborhood pretty much, where like this is going to get terraformed into a big hill, and people are going to have houses all around here, like around this lake, which has also been terraformed. So this is like the suburbs, like the really nice suburb. And then there will be like maybe some houses on the outskirts as well that go along with that theme. Over here, we have like upper middle class housing. You know? Um like a lot of these houses are really nice. Like also very nice suburb like neighborhood. So what's missing? What's missing is like upper lower class to like middle class. You know, we need a nice neighborhood that's in an okay-ish area. And so today we're going to be fixing that problem, or at least starting to. Because all this, as you know, is going to be like factory district, trailer park, ghetto, blah, blah, blah. And then over here is like, it's not as bad as over here, but it's still bad. Um, but we need a neighborhood that's somewhere in between over there and over there. Which is why I've decided to convert this entire area into something like this. I've built this house as a model. Like, not too nice, but like ranches and homes that were just built in like the 50s and the 60s, And they're just like they're chill as hell. Like people need a place where they can buy somewhere in between. They don't want to buy all high class or all low end. If somebody wants to spend 230 grand on a house, this is their solution, as opposed to always renting or buying a shithole or trying to save up to buy something that's worth over 500k or like 300k in that region. So, yeah. Like let me take you through this real quick just to give you an example. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house. This will be the kitchen, small eat-in kitchen. This will be the entryway. Nice, good-sized living room. Bathroom. Bedroom. Another bedroom. And a third bedroom. And then this will go to the garage. This goes out to the backyard. If you put a fence up, this is still a fairly okay sized backyard for being in city limits. Especially on this side of town, which is a little more rough than downtown. You got the school district right here, though. That's why I figured, like, you don't want to put the hood right next to the only school district in town. You want to have it kind of in the middle of everything. So, as you can see, that part of the school district backs up to the suburb area. This part of the school district backs up to the factory and like lower end housing limit like area. If you put it on that end, you end up in like the like what you would just generally call like the hood. Like stuff happens there, but it doesn't happen there all the time. Like it's still a fairly safe neighborhood to live in until like the weekend when shit goes down. And then you want a nice like middle ground area over here. So then the city is divided perfectly. And then over here you've got an apartment building, a mechanic shop, and then like family video, a Mexican restaurant, and then a pizza place, all separating this suburb-ish type area, not really suburb, but like in city nice neighborhood from general population, like general housing. So that's kind of the plan. Over here, I want to build a typical Cape Cod style home. So, just like, honestly, like a rectangle. A normal Cape Cod style rectangle. So let's find a decorative stone. And what do we want to do for the base? I say we go with stone bricks. See, we don't want to make these houses look like shit. Maybe one of them to show that not everything gets taken care of, right? You know? So a typical Cape Cod style house. Yeah, let's give a little bit more distance on these houses than some of the others. Room for like a garage in the back or something. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 18, 19. Let's go with that 17. We want this to be cozy. Now, actually, I'm going to model this off of another house that I've previously built. Over here. I think it was over here. Yeah, it was. So how many wide did I make this house? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, 12. So there's 2 in the middle. Alright, on that one, I'm going to go 13 wide. Because I'd like that roof to come to a nice, good peak. Where were we over here? So we're going to have to come up with like drive names, not street names for this. So let's see, 4, 8, 12, 13. Perfect. And then I'll do what I do with every single house I build. I lay down gray carpet just to get an idea of what I'm going to do with the house. Obviously, I don't keep gray carpet in every build. That would be very boring. So, let me get this laid out. And then what I can do is then I can choose the material for the house. What the exterior is going to look like. Oh yeah, this is going to be good. For that, I definitely want to choose a modded block, I think. What the fuck is that? Zebra crossing light. Okay. Sure. See, like, what does something like this look like? That really fits with the vibe I'm going with for this neighborhood, but I definitely want to separate the color palettes a little bit more. I don't want to have all the brown and yellowish properties all right next to each other. So you know what? I want to see how this purple looks, actually. I love that. I actually really like that. Okay, let's use the purple. So let's get this laid out. And then most of these Cape Cods, the way you see them, at least where I'm from. And if you don't know where I'm from the Midwest, and I live in a very large city. Um, Not very large. I mean, it's large, but we've got hmm, you know, 260-ish thousand people live in here. So then what I do with every house is I also pull out plain white wallpaper, which I like that it kind of doesn't look like wallpaper. Then we can start to build, get an idea of what the layout is going to look like. So a lot of these Cape Cods, what they have is they have an area where it comes back, and then there's a little hallway that has, I'm gonna have to expand this a little bit. There's a little hallway. So what this will be like is this will come out as a living room. And we'll wall this so there's less purple inside. Actually, we don't have enough room to do that. That's fine. So then this would come back, and there'd be like two good-sized bedrooms, like fairly good-sized bed. Jesus Christ, why are you so loud? Or is there another one? Wow, that was an aggressive huh. And then this right here would be stairs up, going to a large upstairs bedroom. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I like that so far. And then over here would be a very small kitchen. You see very small kitchens in Cape Cods often, so we break that, make it backyard access. And then this will go down into the basement while this goes up into the upstairs bedroom. I'm gonna assume that that's gonna be like that because there's not a lot of room in these Cape Cods. And I don't know that I'm gonna keep that spruce. Honestly, you know what? No. Let's go with the... Oh yeah. It's gonna look so much better. And then with every build, you want to make sure that you are able to go downstairs with stairs above. So put your stairs down. Make sure your head clears these stairs. Good stuff, good stuff. And then that's going to be the bottom. Perfect. Cool. Because a lot of these places do have basements. Actually, every single one of them that I've been in does have a basement. These are like post-war houses, you know? These in my city do go for around 200 to 240K. They used to go for a lot less than that. You can thank inflation for that. 3. The symmetry there is going to look so good. But yeah, these are houses that I don't have to texture because they're well kept. Also, the cemetery in the middle. Okay, I'm a weird person, all right? I'm a weird guy. To me, like that would be comforting to me in like a neighborhood like this. I'm sure your guys' opinions very much vary on that, but that's okay. It looks good. Now we gotta pick out what windows are gonna look good for this house. We do have purple windows. But where are the purple windows that I'm looking for? Probably, yeah, there they are. Okay, I want to try this. How does this look? Not very good, actually. So let's go with, I want to make it look like maybe this house has been updated a little bit. So let's go with window. And then maybe these would look really good on this house. If not, oh shit, I just got rid of my... Let's try those as well. Stop it. Okay, so those actually look really good on that house already. So like this, I wanted it like the siding and the brick. I wanted to make this look like an older house. And it worked really well. This looks like a 60s, a custom 60s ranch. Let's change the time here. Gosh, we're at 2014 days played. Oh, I need my siding back. That's right. And then what do we want to do for this? Stair colors get hard when it comes to inverting doors. We could just not invert this door. And do that instead. It's gonna be weird. I don't do that a lot on houses, but that's fine. And I'm sure a lot of you guys are like, why don't you invert your doors? That's really weird. Or why do you invert your doors? That's really weird. Like it doesn't, you build your door on the inside block? That's fucking weird. I do it for texture. I do it to give the build more definition. Like, then your inside looks smooth. You've got just a door that leads to the outside. And then you've got this little indent in the house, which just gives your builds more definition, in my opinion. Okay, 17 minutes. We're doing good on time, guys. Now let's see what this looks like. I like those more. Okay, boom, 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 boom. And then maybe we can go with like a white front door. We'll change that block to whatever we actually end up doing the flooring. So let's not go with the front door yet. Alright, also for reference, I want to see, let's build this top layer here. Okay. Let's go back over to this other house for reference. Right here. Oh wow, I started the roof on that line. Okay. As for the ceiling, I did 3.5. And this is what the upstairs turned out like. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm going for. Did I put a basement in this house? No, I didn't. This building needs textured. Jay's Auto Shop. We'll do a video on Jay's. Maybe that'll be the next video we do. I'm trying to like get the order, like the parts of town that I've already like heavily mapped out. I'm trying to get those in order now. Okay, so this area, now we gotta do the walls and the flooring before we go up. So, what should this floor be in here? You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking we do this house in like hardwood flooring. I think that would really fit here. Yeah, a lot of these houses have like the original hardwood floor still in them. Like actual wood, not the fake ass plank bullshit you get today. Vinyl plank. What the fuck is that? Vinyl plank. Like, shut the fuck up with your vinyl plank. I don't do hardwood floors in Minecraft houses very often, I feel like. I don't do it enough. Ooh. Oh no, that's fine. We're good. Yep. Maybe those stairs should be, Alright, yeah, and I'm not inverting these doors. So let's pick a carpet color for these rooms. Like I said, I want it to look like the house has been fairly updated, so... Should I go with a nice neutral color like this? I like that it's lighter than the light gray carpet. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. This area in here will definitely be... Actually, I want to... Oh, no, I don't need to invert that. I can just put the entrance right there. Boop. Okay, so this in here is going to be a bathroom. So this should be... Let's go with tile. Did I... I actually really like that. That looks good. Okay, we'll use that. So this looks like a fairly vanilla build. I kind of like that. Um, while I love the add-on blocks, I definitely love still having some like vanilla definition. So, do I want to make this? Let's make this a 3-bed, 1.5 bath house. So we'll have a half bath in the upstairs bedroom, which is a very common feature on these Cape Cod houses. But now let's decide what we want to do with these walls down here. I don't want to just use white wallpaper for everything. What are my concrete options looking like? Not very good. Can't believe that's all I used to use was like concrete and terracotta. Oh yeah, terracotta. Where is the terracotta, Boom? I think that looks okay. Kind of clashes with the purple a little though. That's almost too dark, but I'll make it work. We can do the white wallpaper back here. Or we could just do that one wall in that. Like, whatever puts less white wallpaper in my builds is good. Okay, yeah, and then we will build this up an extra block. This will be the white wallpaper. That also will be. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Cool. Okay, so I think what I'll do for this video is I will get this downstairs finished up, or at least the layout of it, and then the roof. So let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, that actually works well, because then I can just... No, 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 no. Yeah, that's fine. Let's build this out. That's better. Or better fucking yet. That's even better. Okay, cool. Got that figured out. Now let's put this stair here. Good. Now let's throw the ceiling on this bad boy. Ooh, do we want to do that or do we want the popcorn ceiling? What would the popcorn ceiling look like in here? I think it's fitting. Let's do the popcorn ceiling. Boop, 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 boop. That's cool. Looks good. Alright, let's finish up this popcorn ceiling. And then we'll call this an episode. And then once that's there, you'll see I'll fill in another layer of this. Oops, oopsie daisy. Alright, let's grab our siding once more. Nope. There we go. So, next episode we'll either work on Jay's or we'll finish up this house. And now you can see that this area is ready for flooring. And then we'll start doing the peaked roof, and we'll have a nice big bedroom up there with maybe a half bath. Guys, this concludes this episode. We've started on a Cape Cod home. Looks like a box right now. It is a box right now, but you'll see that roof line go on there soon. and I think it's gonna look really good. So actually, we'll start that roof down there, and this was pointless, but that's okay. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please go ahead and drop a like. Go check out some of the other series on the channel. I got a Monopoly series I do. You know, a lot of people show up in that. My dad, my brother, and then some other people will probably come in eventually. We do some online games with randoms. You'll see all that if you just want to go down there and check that out in my channel. As well as we've got this series. This is episode 16. There are 15 previous episodes, and there is a playlist on my channel. And then if you'd like to check out our family survival series, you can go to my channel, and there's also a 27 episode series of that so far as well in a playlist. So feel free to check any of those out. Subscribe if you're interested in any of that. And next episode, maybe we'll work on Jay's. I love to see you guys come out to these episodes, so hopefully we can get more than 5 views on this one. I won't count on it, though. But I'll see you guys in the next one, so have a good day, night, evening, whatever the hell it is.